Hello. How you all doing? Let me discuss a little topic here. None of my stuff is scripted, it's not written down. So if it seems a little disjointed, it's just because it's natural, okay? It's just natural, I'm talking naturally. Just from the head. Hope you all doing great. Let's talk about marrying a Colombian woman, okay? Some of this probably won't apply strictly to Medellin, more Colombian or South American, or it could be Spanish woman, I don't know, you know. And if I say something wrong you don't like, look, we're all adults, I'm not the expert on anything, okay? You can give me some feedback, you don't have to give me thumbs down and get cursed up, we're all adults. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy, I know everything. I'm talking to you based on some experience I've had, people I've spoken to, some of these are generalities. And if you don't agree with me, that's where the feedback comes back and forth if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong based on your opinion or your thoughts, especially if you're Colombian. Don't get upset, you know, because some of this stuff applies even to Jamaica, with my parents and so forth, you know, my dad. So don't get upset about this stuff. Don't take it personally, okay? Anyway, marry a Colombian woman. A lot of you guys come here. Medellin and Colombia in general is known for having beautiful women. So you guys come here, see it on TV, want to marry a Colombian, someone who's cultural, different than an American woman, they take care of you better and so forth. Not as focus on business and making money. You're more matriarchal. They'll take care of the family, take care of you. All right, that's the perception, which is good. It is generalities. If you talk to an American girl about this stuff, they might tell you that, oh, only reason they treat you so well because you're American, you can take care of them. Look, there's no difference between, that and an American woman. American women want somebody to take care of them too. They all do. All women do. They go back to day 1, BC. You know, women don't like that. You know, look, back then in the caveman days, the caveman that could bring home, go and do the kill, and feed the family, take care of his family. He's the one that probably had most of the women. If you weren't a weaker man, you couldn't kill an animal, and you can't take care of your family, probably won't have as many women, right? It's just nature. You can take care of the female, they more gravitate to you, right? President Trump, look at the guy. Look at the guy with the comb over. Look at all his wives, models. You tell me if you didn't have money, as a regular slob, you would have those model wives? No. So don't give me the bullshit women tell me from the U.S., oh, you know, they all like you so much and treat you so well because you're taking care of them because you have money. That's bullshit. It's everywhere in the world. So so put that to the side, all right? The cultural differences between U.S. women and South American women. But one thing, you have no problem here with you being 60 years old and having a girlfriend that's 28 or 30 years old. In the U.S., it ain't gonna work. Now, is that something based on economics? Yes, but it's not all of that because, let's face it, you know, they have options too. They can marry a young guy too, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, and it shouldn't be a big deal. In Africa, it's not a big deal. Over in the Arab countries, it's not a big deal. All right? Only in the U.S., it's a big deal. Look, I had a buddy. He's an attorney, and told me this story a couple of years ago. It was probably about 52 at the time, so it's probably 8 years ago. He's an attorney in Orlando, and he said, you know, he's an attorney, have a nice car, Lexus, and he was talking to this chick. He saw her walking downtown, probably looking in her 30s. So let's go talk to her, you know. And he just, hey, how you doing? You know, yeah, you want to go for lunch or something? She looked at him and says, I already got a father. I mean, just cold. I already got a father. They'll do that to you in the U.S., man. They won't do it. They'll blow you up, you know. Then again, if they find out you have a ton of money, different story. Oh yeah, you know. Look in Miami, some of these guys driving the Bentleys and the Testarossas, you know, Lamborghinis, and they got some young girls with them. If you show them a bunch of money, that's one for the money. But you can come here and find a nice woman, not only about money, you know, but most times she'll have kids. Just the way it is, they have kids, you know. And I think just they get pregnant, or the Colombian guys knock them up, then they can't take care of them. Now it's not your fault, you know. Sometimes it's economical reasons. They can't take care of the family, so they leave them. Women get stuck with 1 or 2 kids, you know. The smart one will stop at 1, and don't do it again until the guy can take care of them. But they'll have sometimes 2 or 3 kids and they're 25, 23 years old. Okay, one drawback. So if you love the girl, it's okay. Help her with the kids. It's back and forth. You helping her, she's helping you. You know, she's giving you love, affection. You know, a young person, and she's getting something in return. So it's mutual to both parties. Both parties agree. And let's face it, you go to some countries like Indian countries, marriages are arranged, right? Is there a difference? I don't know. Okay? So you meet a girl, she loves you, you love her, you want to take care of her. What do you expect now? You know? In Medellin and probably in South America in general, if I said if I'm wrong here, help me out, you know, I think they expect you to help the family out, okay? I had a friend in DR, Jalabacoa, lived there from the US, nice apartment, relatively. His girlfriend, really nice lady, nice girl, younger, I think she's about 24, had a nice little boy. And the family is poor. I've been to the house, the family is real poor, shack roof, holes, you know. And there were probably about 7 kids in the family, mom and dad. Mom and dad didn't work. Dad sat around all day drinking, playing dominoes. They were by his house, his apartment, almost every day. He's helping them out with money. Brother, sister, you know, mom and dad helping them out with money. See, I'm not like that. Sorry guys, I can't do that, you know. So if I were to get married here to a Colombian woman, I'm not going to do that. Maybe it's a Spanish thing. I'm not going to help family out. It sounds mean. You can criticize me for that. But I'm marrying you. If you have 1 or 2 kids, I'm going to help you out, help the family out, because you're not my wife. It's my obligation to help your kids out. You know, but I'm not obligated to help your family out. That's sending your dad money, your mom money, to your kid, your siblings money. I'm not going to do that. Just me personally, it's not my responsibility for doing that. And I know one guy here, you know, sending some chick $1,500 a month. She's beautiful. It's his girlfriend. $1,500 a month. You heard me right. Listen carefully. $1,500 a month. Okay? He has a business. He's doing well. To him, it's no. What's the big deal? But that's taking care of her entire family, and he knows that. He's okay with that. I'm not okay with it. Okay? I'm not going to do that. You know. Criticize me if you want, but it's just something I got a problem with. All right. Should you take it back to the U.S. or not? I would say not. Now, this is where I might get some criticism, and people got offended, but it's just from living in Florida. There's a reputation in Florida. Could be other parts of the U.S. I'm talking about Florida, my own experience. Reputation that when a Colombian or Venezuelan woman marries you and go to the U.S., most of the times they're gone within a year or 2. You know, I've known 3 instances myself, personally, with guys. A good friend of mine, close friend, went to Barranquilla, married a girl. He was probably 32, 34, she's 22, teacher. That lasted 6 months, done. Another guy I knew worked at Home Depot, 40 years old, told me this personally. I was talking to him one day. 40 years old, went to Medellin, married a chick, about 25, toured her in love, brought her back to the U.S. Within a year and a half, she was gone. Went with some other Colombian guy that was like her age, or 25 years old. So it happens a lot. I'm not saying it's going to happen every time. I'm sure you can probably point to instances where it didn't happen. So talking about generalities, I'm talking about 3 cases I've known personally where it didn't work out. How do you avoid that? I'm not sure there's a way. To me, stay here. That's the case. Find a girl that does not want to go to the U.S. just for the U.S. You know, if she says she wants to go to the U.S. so badly, think twice. If you're here, I think it's better. Keep her here. Have a nice family here. Have a good time here, and you're good. She love you, you love her, and everything is great. You know, it can last for a long time. You know. Said there's generalities. I could be totally wrong. It's not. Maybe you can point to number of cases. I'm sure. Tell me you will. So I'll beat you to it. That you know, a lot of women that went to the U.S. married American men, and they're still married, they're still in love, they have kids, and it's all great. Okay. So you probably have that case. So you can probably point it out to me. I'm gonna tell you what I've experienced, what I know about personally from 3 or 4 guys that I've known personally, and reputation I know in Florida. Okay, so it could happen to any woman. I'm not saying it could happen to a woman from Germany too. Matter of fact, I did know a guy. He's black. Went to I think Russia. Met this beautiful Russian lady. Came to the U.S. Same thing. Next thing you know, she's calling the cops after a year. Says he's beating her up, which wasn't true, and then he had to pay for her hotel for a year till the thing was settled out in court. She just used them to get to the U.S. She's a Russian woman, beautiful blonde Russian woman. He was black. So I mean, it could happen a lot. So personally, they're beautiful women. To me, I would stay here. If I marry one, I moved here anyway. I don't want to move back to the U.S. They get influence, and some of it too. I think in one case with a young guy, I know, 32 years old. I think she missed her family, cultural thing. She's there with her family. She's there. Her family's back here. She's with his family, and they missed their family. There are certain cultural things they have. They missed their family. So after a while, they get lonely. And they want to come back home. That's some cases. Other cases where they end up staying with another guy in the U.S. Okay, but I would say sometimes it could be just that they get lonely and come back to their family. They're very family oriented. I can tell you, very family oriented. If you over in the States, in somewhere like North Carolina, somewhere, not that many Spanish people around, and then you miss your family. You come back for vacation. You say, "Well, I don't want to go back. I miss my family." So that was one instance with a good friend I know. Okay, so I would say talk to them very carefully. Make sure they know what they want. If they want to go to the U.S., maybe I think go there for a while and visit, come back. Make sure they like it. My preference is to marry and stay right here in Colombia because that's why I moved here anyway. And I have no problem dating a 25-year-old, 30-year-old, and it's cool. I want to help her kids out. That's fine too. I have no problem with that. It's just part of the deal. It's a give and take. She's making me happy. Why not? She's making me happy, and you making her happy by helping out. I have nothing wrong with that at all. To me, that's perfectly legit. There's no shame to it. Nothing to be ashamed of, and nothing wrong with it. Okay? All right, man. So let's talk a little bit about that. If you want to give me some feedback on what I said, if you don't agree with it, bring them my way. All right? And I'll probably do a part 2 to this next week. All right? Thank you. Enjoy. Give me some feedback.